Live at 5, a top Republican in Minnesota announces his run for governor. Plus, as we near the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, teachers across the U.S. are working on lesson plans to make sure younger generations learn what happened that day. And later, we'll be joined by a pediatric oncologist to talk about childhood cancer awareness.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. The race for Minnesota's governor is still in the very early stages, but a big name in Minnesota politics has officially entered. Republican State Senator Paul Gazelka announced his long-expected campaign this morning. The lawmaker recently shared he's stepping down as Senate Majority Leader. Gazelka used his platform today to lay out his goals and to go after current Governor Tim Walz. He believes Walz failed as a leader during the pandemic, as well as the destructive riots that followed the death of George Floyd.
Tim Walz says he wants one Minnesota, but I've never seen Minnesotans more divided, angry, and afraid than they are today. The question is that the road we want to go down?
Gazelka joins a growing field of Republicans seeking to knock the Democratic governor out of office. That is, if Walz chooses to seek a second term. He has not officially announced a second campaign yet, but he did wish Gazelka well during his visit to Rochester today.
I wish him all the best. Our system is dependent on people putting themselves out to run, and we will debate the issues to determine who Minnesotans think is better prepared and is willing to make hard decisions to protect them.
Walz says he's most concerned right now with getting kids back in school and navigating the state out of the COVID pandemic. Following the senator's announcement, the Minnesota DFL party claimed Gazelka put his political agenda over the health and safety of Minnesotans during the pandemic, adding, "The last thing Minnesotans need is someone who prioritizes what Democrats called their own political interests over Minnesota's working people." During his announcement today, Gazelka also claimed to have the support of several Democratic Iron Range lawmakers. When asked who, he pointed to State Senator Tom Bach. We reached out to Bach's office but did not hear back today. We also reached out to several other lawmakers who did not respond. As we mark 20 years since the attacks on September 11th this week, we're learning about how it's being discussed in classrooms today. Nowadays, K through 12 students don't have any memory of their own from that day. In fact, the last students who were alive during the attacks graduated high school in 2018. A University of Wisconsin professor realized that recently and decided to study teachers nationwide to understand how they teach September 11th.
At Bartles Middle School in Portage, 8th grade history teacher Caitlin Morodic is preparing a lesson for the end of the week.
Just because 9/11 is getting further and further into the past is related to COVID. So how is that historical event kind of similar to the historical event they're living in?
It's her take on teaching how an Islamist extremist group called Al-Qaeda coordinated and carried out 4 attacks on the morning of September 11th, 2001.
Also kind of put into scale and magnitude, like what happened and what was the feeling of like belonging in America.
How other teachers do it and when. That's the question UW-Madison professor Jeremy Stoddard had. He surveyed more than 1,000 teachers across the nation.
Most teachers in the U.S., especially in U.S. history courses, are teaching it on the day of the anniversary, and they're engaging students in a way that they want them to feel sort of that the way they felt.
He says teachers want to share the importance of the moment, but it's not always in their curriculum. With one-and-done lessons, Stoddard says September 11th is reduced to a simple narrative.
The world coming together behind 9/11 and sort of the evils of terrorism and the war against terror. And the problem when you teach that out of context or in a really simple way with using phrases like evil tied to Islamic terrorism, it means that they're going to come away with a really simplistic understanding of the events.
In Ms. Morodic's 9/11 teaching material, one discussion is a must.
Just grouping everyone into one specific category because of that is problematic, because that's what happened after 9/11 is people were grouped into categories, and that's not okay.
She says tolerance will be a theme for the rest of the year, not just this September.
Professor Stoddard creates guides on teaching 9/11, and we've included that in our article at CBS3Duluth.com. Teachers can find information on how to effectively use those sources. And in our region, one Northland fire chief is looking back on his own experience responding to the 9/11 terror attacks. Chief Alan Lewis was working for a fire department in Oregon when he got the call. He says he was at Ground Zero for about a week, working as a medic, treating victims' burns and injuries. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from Lewis about that experience and how he plans to commemorate 20 years since the attack this weekend. And coming up on Saturday, CBS News will have special anniversary coverage of the events of that fateful day during the 3-hour morning news. And be sure to tune in to Live Local CBS 3 for our 6 and 10 p.m. coverage of how the Northland is honoring that horrific September morning. As weather begins to transition into fall, Superior National Forest officials are loosening some fire restrictions. Starting tomorrow, campfires in designated fire grates will be allowed in most paid campgrounds. Gas and propane-powered devices like stoves and lanterns will also be allowed. Campfires in rustic campgrounds, backcountry sites, and the Boundary Waters are not allowed, even with a designated fire grate. Other open flames like tiki torches, charcoal grills, and barbecues are also not allowed. A fire ban has been in place throughout the forest for much of the summer as the drought caused for risky fire conditions. Dave joins us now for a first check of the weather. Dave, thankfully, Mother Nature has been playing nice in regards to these firefights.
Yeah, and these showers we've had since yesterday have been playing nice with that as well. Let's take a live look up towards Ely now. We're just outside the town to the west, looking at Highway 1/169. And you can see the sky above has some thicker rain clouds, and that's been going on through the day, just like yesterday. On and off showers and isolated thunderstorms dropping at least reasonable amounts of rain. So we take a look at the map for the upper Midwest, and there's that occluded low moving to the east very slowly. Its wraparound is now coming through the area, keeping a 40% chance for showers going till about midnight, 1 a.m. tonight. Tomorrow, a different story. Should become high and dry thanks to high pressure coming in out of North Dakota. Our forecast for the short term says tonight's rain chance is indeed 40%. 49 degrees should be the low temperature. And then for Thursday, the high comes in fairly slowly itself, weakly at first, so we will dry up on Thursday, but we'll only get a partly sunny sky, high temp near 70. When that high firmly gets here by Friday, will it become mostly sunny? I'll let you know with the 7-day forecast coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a sweet celebration in Duluth this weekend. More on the tasty new spots around town as we take you around the Northland after the break.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS 3.
Our water makes my skin and hair feel like I'm 90.
How do you feel about high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water?
What?
How do you feel about smoother skin and luxurious hair?
I feel very good about that.
That's the power of water.
Come on down to Hannah Johnson Fabrics and Sewing Studio in Lakeside Marketplace. Don't know where to start? Visit our new sewing classroom and studio. Whether you're a brand new sewist or you've sewn for years, we have a class for you at Hannah Johnson Fabrics. We'll help you get your projects going with our huge selection of high-quality designer and specialty fabrics. Our friendly staff will help you find exactly what you need. Come see us in person or register for classes online at hannahjohnsonfabrics.com.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-day challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-day challenge.
In news, there are no second chances. You have one shot to get it right. You need to get all the facts, angles, and points of view, and you need it now. For us, being first is good, but being right is best. Live local CBS3.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Duluth as scattered showers have made for a gloomy fall day across much of the region. Dave will be in with this week's forecast in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. An ice cream social for you and your furry friend in Hayward, and a rockin' good time out in the Pines in Foxborough. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We kick things off in Duluth tonight with a tasty event coming up this Saturday. Join Duluth Parks and the Duluth Public Library at Sailboat Park for their Edible Duluth celebration. There are now 16 orchards across the city that feature 12 different apple varieties as well as a cherry tree. The orchards are open to everyone, and at Saturday's event, you can create apple crafts and learn more about the sweet fall fruit. For more information or a map of the orchards, you can head to our website. Next, we head to Hayward, Wisconsin, where this Sunday is for the dogs. Come celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Northwoods Humane Society at their 1K dog walk and ice cream social. Registration starts at 12:30 and includes a shirt for you and a bandana for participating pooches. The walk will start at 1 o'clock. The Sawyer County Canine Foundation will also be attending. All ages and furry friends are welcome, and we will have a registration link on our website. And we wrap up tonight in Foxborough, Wisconsin with an end of summer bash. The Great Northern Squash Festival kicks off tomorrow and runs through Saturday. The 3-day concert will feature over 24 local bands and performers, including Black River Review, The New Salty Dog, and Boxcar. Tickets are available for just the day or for the whole weekend. We will have a link to the full lineup and ticket information on our website. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, go ahead and send us an email, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, a local town is applying new restrictions based on what side of the street you live on, and it's not for parking. What homeowners need to be aware of in just a few minutes.
Normal high temperature this time of year is 70 degrees, and we got within 1 degree of that today. High temp 69. For the rest of the week, we'll be riding pretty close to normal for temperatures, and we do have a couple of rain chances, including one tonight. And we'll talk about it coming up after our break.
We're kicking off a new season in NYC. I'm putting the y'all in New York. You didn't even know it was there, but it is now.
Uh-oh, that food container won't contain your food, so you mess with cling wraps and foil, hoping food won't spoil. Well, not anymore. Now there's Stretch and Fresh containers, the amazing food storage containers with stretch and fit lids that let you store more. Even the odd-shaped foods you couldn't put in containers before. Just stretch over the food and snap lock the lid to keep food fresh. There's even a freshness date dial to track storage time. It comes in the sizes you need to store all the foods you want with amazing storage capacity. It's freezer and microwave safe, and the containers nest for compact, stacked, space-saving storage. And right now, the 6-piece set is yours for just $19.95, and the shipping is free. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer and send a second set. Just pay a separate fee. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-378-1232 or go to trystretchandfresh.com. That's 1-800-378-1232 or order online at trystretchandfresh.com.
Bath Planet is the industry leader in high-quality materials and warranties. Your warranty is also backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and a lifetime labor warranty. On top of that, our installers are trained and certified in our installation training center. Right now, we're offering 20% off and 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2023. Go online or call us today to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
We're kicking off a new season in NYC. Get ready, y'all. We're kicking off a new season in NYC. Big shows, big stars, and big surprises. I'm putting the y'all in New York. You didn't even know it was there, but it is now.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Day 2 of an occluded low pressure system in our region, and it paid off with some precip. Not much for a lot of towns, but decent for some others. Decent up towards Ely. About 1/4 of an inch fell there. But we did only get 2/100ths towards Hibbing. Did get around 1/10, almost 2/10 for our folks in Hayward. And so bottom line is we still have several more hours of these on and off rain showers and isolated thunderstorms to come across. And maybe we'll pay off better before things start to dry up tomorrow. And they won't dry up forever. We're in that roller coaster period here now where we'll have 2 rainy days and then 2 dry days, back to 2 rainy days and vice versa. So we'll show you that with the 7-day forecast just a bit. Here's the current conditions from Duluth International. It's 69 degrees, 54% for the relative humidity. North-northwest winds running 16 miles per hour, and our air pressure, it is just a hair on the low side still at 29.87 inches of mercury, as the backside of that low brings us at least a few more hours of shower chances. The odds stand at about 40%. Mid-60s, those are the temperatures in the Upper Peninsula. Northern Wisconsin's running from 64 in Hayward to 69 degrees in Superior. And into northern Minnesota, we're seeing 70 by the lake in Grand Marais, but only 59 towards Ely. 63 in Moose Lake becomes 64 in Grand Rapids. Bottom line for our region overnight tonight, we probably will be falling into the upper 40s to the middle 50s. Okay, we move on to the Doppler map. And indeed, that low pressure system centered towards Thunder Bay last night, it's only moved a few miles off to the east, and it's the tail end wraparound of the low coming through the area right now. And you can see with the Doppler map here, we've got those on and off spotty here and there showers, isolated thunderstorms coming across, and these just might last until about midnight tonight, perhaps into 1 o'clock in the morning for Wisconsin and the UP. Rain totals aren't going to be huge, but again, we grasp at straws when we're this dry, and we'll take what we can get. For Thursday and Friday, this low takes itself away farther to the east, and we'll get higher pressure filtering in to bring dry conditions for Thursday and Friday. Maybe only partly sunny, though, on Thursday, but mostly sunny on Friday. And that, in turn, gives way to a next low pressure system by Saturday, which should bring a chance for morning showers, followed by dry conditions on Sunday. So there's that up and down, back and forth roller coaster of a couple days on, couple days off coming our way. Tonight, what's coming our way? In Minnesota, we're looking for low temps to go from about 45 in Kristen's neck of the woods to 54 right by the lake, 40% rain chance. That spills into Wisconsin and Michigan as well, with low temps there running 47 to 53. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, partly sunny sky with highs from, we'll say, 65 to 72. Minnesota numbers. It looks like we'll be going 66 to 72, partial sunshine. Partial sunshine Thursday gives way to mostly sunny sky on Friday. There's that slight morning rain chance on Saturday. Nice conditions Sunday. Then the following rain chance hits us Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah, some really nice fall weather, and I can tell you my lawn is loving all of the rain that we've been seeing lately. It's been a while.
Yeah, it sure has been a while. I've only had to mow twice this year, and I'm keeping my mouth shut about
that. Number's going to grow, I think, Dave. Thank
we'll
you.
See.
Well, the season's drought is forcing a Northland city to preserve water. Starting on Friday, Cloquet will be implementing an odd-even sprinkler restriction schedule. That means if your address ends in an odd number, you can water on odd-numbered days. The same goes for even addresses. Also, lawn watering won't be allowed between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. Fines of up to $50 per violation could be ticketed for repeat offenders. City leaders say the restrictions will be in place until further notice. 78% of Minnesota is now experiencing at least severe drought conditions. The water preservation is part of the state's DNR state drought plan. Well, nearly 24 Minnesota firefighters are headed to Louisiana to help communities recover from Hurricane Ida. Governor Tim Walz announced today 22 Minnesota firefighters from 9 different fire departments are headed to the impacted area. Crews will assist local first responders as search and rescue efforts and cleanup continue. They will also provide fire protection for 18 days while local firefighters get rest and tend to their own damaged homes. Governor Walz approved the mission after a request from Louisiana officials through the Emergency Management Assistant Compact. It's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Animal Allies here in Duluth. This is Parker. He is a 3-year-old medium-sized dog looking for his forever home, and our friends at the shelter tell us he is a sweet and happy guy who doesn't like to be alone for too long. He also loves all of his toys and playing, so if you're looking for a fun-loving friend to spend your days with, he is your guy. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Parker, you can call the number on your screen. And still to come, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and after the break, we are joined by an Essentia Health oncologist who is breaking down what you need to know and what resources are available. Stay with us.
Clearview has expanded options to access your own physician. You can be seen in person, and we would encourage you to do so if that's recommended by your provider. We also have telephone and virtual visits available, as well as e-visits. Certainly it is safe to come into our clinics or our emergency room if that is needed, and we've got enhanced safety measures to keep you safe when you do come. We do want patients to feel comfortable to receive the care that they need when they need it.
Fairview Range, we're here.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
Hi, I'm Jimmy J.J. Walker. If you're on Medicare, listen to this. I called the 1-800 number to see what extra Medicare benefits I could get. An actual person answered, looked up my zip code, and boom, I was offered extra benefits like dental coverage, including dentures, extractions, fillings, plus prescriptions, transportation, meals, and so much more, all at no additional cost. And then I asked about the benefit that adds money to my Social Security check. And get this, I'm entitled to an extra $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year added to my Social Security check. And I was like, dynamite! Call the 1-800 number on the screen and see what you may be entitled to. Call now. It's free.
Call 1-800-919-1340. That's 1-800-919-1340 now.
Northwest Outlet is open. See the largest selection of Carhartt in the area. Work clothing for men and women, sizes small to 5X. Jackets, coveralls, shirts, tees, bibs, jeans, and high-vis clothing to keep you safe and comfortable. Northwest Outlet's footwear department sells only the best boots. Names like Irish Center, Georgia, Danner, Columbia, the North Face, Rocky, and more. Get outdoors again. Northwest Outlet's got your gear. In stock now at Northwest Outlet Superior.
Researchers discover fatal deer disease is rapidly spreading from Beltrami County. More details tonight.
Spotty showers today may give way to partial sunshine tomorrow.
Tonight at 6 on CBS3. Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app.
Welcome back. According to the Children's Cancer Research Fund, each year more than 15,000 kids and young adults are diagnosed with cancer. That's about 43 per day. September is all about raising awareness of that startling statistic and helping parents navigate through a devastating diagnosis. And we are joined now by Dr. Ross Perko, a pediatric oncologist with Essentia Health. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So obviously, childhood cancer is a terrifying thing for anyone to think about. But how can parents have that conversation, and what are some things that they should look out for?
So I think the first thing what they should look out for is anything that seems abnormal. I tell parents that you're your child's best doctor, so if you have concerns, talk to your primary care doctor, your pediatrician, your family medicine doctor, and express those concerns. And then when children have tough questions about a new diagnosis of cancer, be honest. Kids ask really good questions, and if you don't know the answer, say that you don't know the answer, but you're going to find it for them and work with people that can help them.
And for families who have to go through learning of a diagnosis, what are some things parents can do or family members can do to cope with that?
So we have a great team that we work with. There's doctors, nurses, child life specialists, social workers, an entire team that focuses on this. So we're treating the whole family, not just the kid. So we're there for everybody. The child is obviously number one, but the family is very important, and making sure that they're taken care of is vital.
Yeah, and what about kids? I mean, obviously the diagnosis is for them. It's their diagnosis. I'm sure it's very confusing and they don't feel good. How can you talk to a kid about a cancer diagnosis?
I always tell children it's nothing that they did. It's not their fault. It's not because they ate too many vegetables or not enough. It's not because they got it from somebody else. It's just something that happens. And then just ask where their questions are and tell them that there's things that we can do to help them. And most kids respond really well to that.
And what are some resources that Essentia can offer to families who deal with this?
Yes, we have our entire team, medical resources, we have child life specialists, we have people that just focus with children. So something as simple as getting a blood draw, not just drawing blood and making it a scary situation for a kid, making it something that they can relate to. But then there's organizations in the community. We have a wonderful Ronald McDonald House. We have physicians who are primarily working with children, so they're comfortable with children, and I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, certainly some good resources to look for. And thank you for everything that you do. You have a very difficult job, so I know that it's very much appreciated. Thank you again for being here, Dr. Perko.
Thank you for having me.
And for more information on childhood cancer awareness, you can head to our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Coming up, it's a busy news day. COVID cases are skyrocketing among children as back-to-school season is in full swing. What does it mean for your family? Plus, our investigation into domestic violence in the military, what a former Army lawyer tells us needs to happen to protect survivors. And an exclusive interview we hear from the Secret Service agents guarding President George W. Bush on 9/11. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Schedule your flu shot online today at essentiahealth.org/flu.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known secrets about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. Call right now for your free book. And as a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report. We researched over 1,200 annuities and summarized the rates and benefits of annuities from financially strong insurers. Again, that's Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and a free annuity rate report, both absolutely free, for calling Annuity General today. Supplies are limited. Call now.
Call 800-816-8219. That's 800-816-8219.
Coronavirus work injuries. Call Stockman Law Office. Return to work issues. Payment of medical bills and lost wages. Call anytime. 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Please stay safe and healthy. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell. Weeknights on CBS.
Survivor 41 is almost here, and it's a monster. With game-changing twists that you've never seen before. Go! It's harder, faster, and more fun. Dangerous fun.
love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Wednesday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we learn more about Republican State Senator Paul Gazelka's run for governor. The former majority leader used his platform today to call out current Governor Walz for how he handled the pandemic. Also, at his announcement today, Gazelka claimed to have support from several Iron Range lawmakers, but we have yet to hear any official word from their offices. And coming up tonight at 6, researchers say they are at war as they continue to learn more about chronic wasting disease and how it is impacting local deer populations. What a summers-long study in Beltrami County has found and what it means for hunters this season coming up tonight. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is up next. We hope to see you back here at 6 o'clock.